Okay, good morning all. This is the third part of excretory products and their elimination. Okay, in the first part, what we learned, can you remember what we learned in first part? What do you mean by excretion? What are the different types of nitrogenous waste materials? Okay, we learned in the first part, we learned one tabular form also. Okay, in the second part, we learned ammonotelism, ureotelism, uricotelism, and we compared what is the toxicity and amount of water required, amount of energy required for their production, amount of water is required for their elimination. Okay, we made a comparative study of ammonotelism, ureotelism, and uricotelism. In the first video, we learned ammonotelics, ureotelics, and uricotelic animals. We learned. Okay, in this video, in this part 3, our focus is different types of excretory organs across animal kingdom. All animals do not possess the same type of excretory organs because they are not living in the same place. As they are living in the different habitats, and there is a necessity for the animals, okay, to develop different types of excretory organs to suit their habitat. And the amount of water is available, the amount of water available to them is not same, and they are not living in the same habitat. That's why animals had to develop different types of excretory organ to suit to the habitat in which they are living. Okay, on this side we have name of the phylum, and on this side we have excretory organs found in the animals of that particular phylum. It is very important tabular form. Can note down this one. Wait. Porifera, Nidaria, and Ctenophora, Echinodermata. Okay, here no excretory system is not present here. It occurs through by simple diffusion through their body surface. It is very important. Okay, in these animals, Echinodermata, there is a organ system level of organization. Organ system level of organization. Even though organ system level of organization is present in Echinodermata, excretory system is not present. Other systems are present. And in Porifera, okay, what type of organization? What is the level of organization in poriferans? Can you tell me that? Can you recall that? The level of organization here is a cellular level. What is the level of organization here in Nidarian Centino for tissue level? Here organization, what type of organization here? Organ system. But in this all, even though their level of organization is different, they have one common thing, that is excretory system absent in all these. Next, in Platyhelminthes, excretory system developed here. Very important one. Excretory system first time evolved in the phylum. Okay, complete elementary canal first time evolved in. Can you tell me complete elementary canal first time evolved in Aschelminthes? Respiratory system first time. Can you tell me that? Okay, what is the respiratory system first time evolved in? Arthropoda. Here the first time excretory system first time evolved in Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes and in rotiferans, excretory organs are flame cells, or we can say protonephridia. What is the primary function of protonephridia? What is the primary function of protonephridia? Anyone. Osmoregulation. What is the other function? Excretion. They help in osmoregulation, excretion. Primary osmoregulation is the primary function in this one. And I will show you that protonephridia flame cells here. Okay, this is the flame cell. You can see cytoplasmic process here. Nucleus is there. And basal granule is here. From the basal granule, what arises here? Cilia arises here, and these cilia are not, they are forming a flame here. Okay, that's why these are called a flame. These are the cilia, and these are the cilia, and these cilia are okay. They are forming. For example, I am drawing it in opposite way, and these all are the cilia arising from the basal granule. These are the basal granules arising from that one. and it is appearing like a flame, mantala. That's what it is called. It is a ciliary flame. This is the lumen of that cell, and secretory deposits are the intracellular duct and the intercellular duct. There are different parts are present here. Okay, this is the excrete structure of flame cell, otherwise called protonephridia. And in nematodes, what are the excretory organs? You learned in state test book. The Renate glands are the excretory organ. Okay, Renate ascaris in first year ascaris, male ascaris as well as female ascaris you learn. Okay, if you take the ascaris, okay, here there is a mouth is present, and here there is excretory pore is present close to the mouth. You learned in essay. In female ascaris, there is a in male. Imagine this is a female ascaris, and the tail is not curved here. And here there is a vulva, female genital gonopore is present here for 1/3 length from here. And what is this one? This is the excretory pore. You can observe here. This is the excretory pore. I will show you the Renate gland here. Okay, this is the Renate cells of ascaris. Renate cell of ascaris. Here excretory pore is present. That excretory pore you can observe here. Okay, this is the excretory pore. Okay, here is the Renate cell is present. Renate gland. Renate cells are present in nematodes, otherwise called Ascalminthis. In annelids, there are nephridia are present, different types of nephridia you learned in earthworm. Okay, again the three pharyngeal nephridia are present, integumentary nephridia are present, and septal nephridia. There are the three types of nephridia, you know that. Okay, this is a nephridiostome. This is the opening funnel shape. This is a serrated funnel, and this is the nephridiopore. It is opening through the body wall. Okay, the body wall has a pore called nephridiopore, and this is the segmental nephridia. There are different types of nephridia. There are pharyngeal nephridia, and there will be integumentary nephridia and septal nephridia. Okay, these are the different types of nephridia: pharyngeal nephridia and integumentary nephridia. And next one, another one is the septal nephridia, are the three types of nephridia present in earthworm. Okay, nephridia are the excretory organs here. Next one, limulus has coxal glands are the excretory organs in limulus, which is called king crab, living fossil. Okay, that's about that phylum. Okay, now come to the next one. I will show you here. Protozoa. In protozoa, nitrogenous waste material is ammonia. Okay, diffusion takes place through the plasma membrane like amoeba in those animals, Euglena paramecium. And in porifera, the nitrogenous waste material is ammonia. Diffusion occurs through the plasma membrane. Cnidaria. In Cnidaria, nitrogenous ammonia diffusion across plasma membrane. Diffusion across plasma membrane here. Okay, next one. Cnidaria ammonia diffusion across plasma membrane. Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes ammonia fatty acids. Ammonia fatty acid. This is a new one. Diffusion through the plasma membrane and protonephridia with flame cells. Nematoda ammonia. Diffusion across the plasma membrane with Renate cells and excretory canals. I showed you those two. And Annelida, ammonia and urea. Okay, so okay, you know, okay, now for example, earthworm is ureotelic. Annelida, ammonia and as urea. Nephridia and chloragogan cells are present. These chloragogan cells, I will tell you one point related to chloragogan cell. It is very important one, but it is not given in your textbook. Chloragogan cells are considered as analogous to the liver of what? What is meant by analogous organ? The organs which are similar in function but structure is different. Those are called. For example, if you take our liver, liver performs various functions like deamination of proteins and formation of urea takes place, and also store the food in the form of glycogen. The same function is done by chloragogan cells in the earthworm. Earthworm consists of chloragogan cells, and the function of these two is same. That's why okay, these are analog. The chloragogan cells of earthworm are considered analogous to the liver of vertebrate fishes, amphibians, etc. because okay, both are involved, concerned with the storage of reserve food, deamination of protein, formation of urea. The functions are same. That's why these are considered as analogous organs. Okay, here, okay, you can also study about, you can some more information regarding the chloragogan cells here I have given, you can read it. Arachnida. In Arachnida class, Guanine is the guanine. This is the new term. Okay, guanine is the nitrogenous waste material. Some there is xanthine is also there. Uric acid and ammonia are the nitrogenous waste materials in arachnida. Okay, coxal glands, malfusion tubules, and hepatopancreas. This is the new term. Okay, these are the excretory structures here, excretory organ. Crustacea, ammonia, nitrogenous waste material, gills and antennary glands are green glands help in excretion. Insecta, uric acid, and ammonia in aquatic forms. Aquatic insects, what is the nitrogenous waste material? Ammonia, which live on land in those animals, uric acid and malfusion tubules and adipocytes help in excretion here. Mollusca, ammonia in aquatic and uric acid in land form. Mollusca, okay, in aquatic forms ammonia, in land forms uric acid. Kidneys, metanephridia, and organs of Bojanas, Keber's organs, okay, in Unia, pericardial cells are present in mollusca. There are different types of excretory organs are present in mollusca as well as in arthropoda. Okay, these all belong to arthropoda. Arthropods have different types of excretory organs. Molluscans also have different types of excretory. This is the first largest phylum. This is the second largest phylum is the mollusca. First largest phylum is the arthropoda. They have different types of. There is a diversity in excretory organs here. In echinodermata, ammonia is the nitrogenous waste material. 2 feet are the excretory organs are 2 feet here. And hemichordata, ammonia and proboscis gland or glomerulus is the excretory organ there. You can see here Palemnius, scorpion, malfusion tubule, coxal glands are the excretory organs present here. Okay, now we completed up to limulus. Then we completed here in this slide up to hemichordata. Okay, I will show you from urochordata. Okay, ammonia is the nitrogenous waste material in urochordata, and here there is a neural gland, subneural gland, nephrocytes are the excretory organs, and urochordata, and cephalochordata, ammonia, protonephridia with solenocytes. Protonephridia with solenocytes are the excretory organs there. I will show you that one later. And in fish are urea, and in amphibians ammonia or urea, and kidneys are present here. Mainly most of the excretion takes place through the gills. In remaining all, okay, the excretory organ is kidney. But here nitrogenous waste material, uric acid, these are called sauropsids. Yesterday I gave you one bit from this one. Mammals, urea, nitrogenous waste material. Okay, look at this one. Scorpion, coxal gland, spiders, some coxal glands only, conitlo. Some spiders have coxal glands, some spiders have malfusion tubule, and some spiders have coxal glands as well as malfusion tubules are the excretory organ. In crustaceans, green glands or antennary glands are the very important one, excretory organ. In tracheids means chilopoda, diplopoda, hexapoda, 100-legger, 1,000-legger, 6-leggers, 100-legger, 6-legger, 1,000-leggers. Mollusca, metanephric kidney, renal organ, Bojanus organ, pericardial gland are the excretory organs in mollusca phylum. You can see the Bojanus organ here. Okay, Bojanus organs of Bojanus. The organs of Bojanus are the excretory organ that serve function of kidney in some of the mollusca. In other words, and these are found in bivalves especially. This is the pericardial gland. Pericardial gland organ is the excretory organ in molluscans. And in cephalochord, protonephridia with solenocytes are present. Next one, in fishes, amphibians, mesonephric kidneys are there. In fishes, okay, you can see here pronephros. These are the mesonephros, and these are the metanephros. Okay, pronephric kidney, mesonephric kidney, metanephric kidney. You can see the examples for this one. Okay, fishes and amphibians. Fishes and amphibians, you can see, observe here. Fish and amphibian, frog and fishes are given here. They have mesonephric, and reptiles, aves and mammals, they have metanephric kidneys. You can see here. Okay, reptiles, aves and mammals, they have metanephric kidneys are present. Okay, if you see the structure here, the structure is different. Here, pronephric duct, mesonephric duct, metanephric duct, metanephros here, kidneys developed here. Here in the anterior part, here in the middle part, meso. Okay, here in the posterior part, meta. Okay, that's about in this video we learned excrete organs in different animals. Okay, in the entire animal kingdom. In the next video, okay, we will talk about some of these excretory organs.